All right, I'm trying out this new thing called Clips here. I just found it on my phone, and what I'm covering is Think and Grow Rich. Of course, that looks backwards, so we'll see how this works out, but doing a page a day, that's the goal here, and do this video in 2 minutes or less. So what I'm on page XIII. So what is that, page 13 or something? Basically, it's at the beginning in the preface, word from the author, okay? Now, while I read this, I try and change the yous to I's. So wherever it says you do this, I change it to I do this. But important parts to remember about this is that in every page of this book, or every chapter of this book, you're gonna find the secret, all right? If you don't know it already, the secret's in this book. You already know it, you just gotta have it pulled out of you. All right, it was brought to his attention by Andrew Carnegie. Okay, we know that. And you got to be able to spend a lot of time. That's what this page is talking about here. He's, and I'm sure Andrew Carnegie spent a lot of time too, but Napoleon Hill spent over 20 years writing this book, Think and Grow Rich, which is the culmination of all these efforts. Okay, so that's about it for this first page here. So I'm going to post this somehow and see what happens next. All right, here we are again, and I'm going to cover my next page while I walk Emmett here and we go to the store. You got to fit it in anywhere you can. So learning is all about churning and burning. So anyways, and here we're talking about the educational system on this next page, and how the educational system could be improved. And we know that's true. Most public schools, there we go, public school isn't really doing well for the people to learn the things that really matter in life for, the vast majority of people. Mostly they're learning, stuff that's gonna help them in some way, but not to be successful in life. That's what this first part of the book is talking about. Okay, so let me stop here for a second. In the chapter on faith, you'll read an astounding story of an organization of a giant American steel corporation, which we know that's not around anymore necessarily, but kind of coming back. The steel and oil industries go through their cycles too. The steel industry in Pittsburgh is where I grew up. And when I was growing up, all those places were, active. You could smell that stuff cooking down there and everything. So now they're not. They're probably coming back now. The secret is past 1,000 men and women. Some have had fortunes with it. Others have had successfully in creating harmony in their homes. A clergyman used it for $75,000 that he needed. So this stuff you can use for anything, for nonprofit or profit. Helping people, though, is the key. Like Zig Ziglar said, if you want something in your life, or the more you want in your life, the more people you got to help in your life, or something like that. All right, so my 2 minutes is up. So remember, the secret is on every page.